Hi everybody, and welcome back to the Going For It Sim Studio. So we are almost there. It's almost time for me to go outside, play my very first ever full round of golf outside and attempt to break 80 after only learning on my About Golf simulator. Now, so far the challenge has really worked out. Everything I was able to get out of the About Golf simulator has allowed me to practice as if I was outside and really learn and grind on the game. My sticks clubs have done exactly what they're marketed to do for a new golfer, and my Carl's Place enclosure and products have outlasted almost daily play for just about a year now. But the big question, and one that I've been ignoring for far too long, and the one I get asked the most is, hey Jeremy, where are you gonna go play outside? I don't know. And I need your help to help me decide how I should go about playing my first ever round of golf outside to attempt to break 80. I really like the headline of the guy that has learned golf based on technology challenges the oldest course in the world, St. Andrews. But that's a big trip and that's a lot to take on. Let's talk about what I think and we'll take it from there. Besides where to play outside, another question that I get a lot is, hey Jeremy, how are you gonna handle walking? Because it's funny, I play a lot of rounds of golf, but I don't walk that much. I pretty much just stand on the tee box the whole time, right? The good news is I can tell you that I haven't even thought about my feet since wearing true Lynxwear shoes, and I wear them all over the place. I think it's pretty cool. So when people ask me about walking around, hey, I'm an athlete, I'm fit, I don't think it's going to be too much a problem. I think the biggest problem is going to be the time gap between and being able to keep my body warm because I'm so used to kind of hitting balls, right? And not having to have anything in between. So besides that, that's not what we're here to talk about. It's just an interesting thought that I was having while I was getting ready is, what in the heck am I going to do? Where am I going to play golf? We're getting close enough that I need to make a decision. You know, I've ignored it for a long time. I haven't tried to put too much thought into it because I really just wanted to focus on playing here in my About Golf sim and learning the game as much as I can. But it's a question that I get a lot. And when folks ask, I just go, I don't know, what do you think? And you know, at one point, St. Andrews got thrown out there and I started to think about it. The guy that learns on technology, right, challenges the oldest course in the world. It just really hit home to me. Like I thought, like, man, that is such a cool headline. We could have a lot of fun with that, right? I thought people could get behind this, the media could get behind this, that maybe even St. Andrews could get behind it, and we could have a lot of fun with this topic. I just didn't really follow through like I should have probably, and you know, I start thinking like I'm in Oregon, getting all the way to Scotland. That's a long trip. That's an expensive trip. You know, even being able to get on to St. Andrews is not necessarily the easiest thing to do. You know, and then I started talking to my team about where I should play. And every time I would bring up St. Andrews, it was like, yeah, you know what, the story's great, but that's a totally different style golf course. You're talking links golf, weather, wind. As a beginner, you're putting yourself in a position where just being able to score 80 is difficult for a lot of people. And it's a good point. You know, that's one way to look at it. Like, do I want to go to a course that I don't put myself in a position to have challenges? I mean, I think so. You know, I think a headline like that kind of takes precedence, and I think that would just make it a lot of fun, especially for you guys out there watching me. But then I think like, well, you know what I really want to do is I want to relate to the average golfer. You know, I want to really kind of show everybody what I have learned as a new golfer and those experiences so that you could learn through that. And that's obviously been a big goal of me in this channel. And so I think, well, maybe I should do what the average person would do, and that's just go to a local public course. And then I got weather, right? I live in Bend. It's cold here. It's wintertime. A lot of the courses are closed. If they are open, the conditions aren't necessarily what they should be. So do I push the challenge a little bit, like another month, maybe 2 at the most? I don't think that affects too much at this point, and wait to get a better weather window so that it's more of that type of golf that's going to be played more frequently. Do I travel south and just play a desert course? You know, then I kind of stepping out of that realm. I don't think the average golfer necessarily travels to play Do I just travel south, hit my 1 year mark, and play in the desert and just see what happens? I mean, I could do that. Do I play a notable course? About Golf has a significant amount of notable courses. What I mean by that is generally championship courses. So that's your Pebble Beach, your Bethpage. It could be a Caledonia, a Teeth of the Dog. It can be like a Schaumburg. They're all here. We've got the White Eagle course now that I could play. But a lot of the courses that I think I could maybe score well that are on About Golf, they're all in the north. And that makes it difficult because of weather. I'm stuck again at where my 1 year ended. Maybe it was a detail that I didn't quite think through when I started the challenge. Maybe I should have held off till April before I started, right? But I didn't, and here I am. The other way I look at it is on these notable courses, they're very difficult courses. It kind of goes back to, do I challenge the oldest course in the world? You take the guy that learned the tech and he goes and plays Pebble Beach, right? That's a really cool headline, but it's going to put me in a really difficult position to score well, especially when it comes to putting. You're talking small greens at championship courses. They're generally faster, narrower fairways. That scares me. My thought is I don't want to sandbag it and go play a course that's just really easy to where, I go and I shoot 80, but I don't feel like I even got challenged by the course. I don't want to do that personally because that's just not who I am. So I think that question is out, or that's out of the equation. But then I look at a course and say, okay, Bend has a lot of really good golf courses. I mean, I thought I have read that we have the most golf courses per capita than any city in the country. And so, but I know that a lot of them are difficult. We have a lot of trouble. That's my concern, being new, is a big miss is going to not allow me to break 80. I'm going to have some misses, and I'm expecting misses. I'm expecting bogeys. I'm expecting 3 putts. But if I have a drive and it's a narrow fairway and there's trees on both sides, that's an obstruction I can avoid. I can go to a course that maybe is more open, not necessarily links, but has it where if it does go over the fairway, it's going to be in maybe another fairway and I can just kind of hit it back, or it's at least going to be in a rough that's findable. So all of that is going through my head of how do I pick a course? What do I do? Do I go for the headline? Do I go for the score? And the last one that I've been thinking about, and this one is really interesting. We have a golf course here in Bend called Tetherow. It's a beautiful course. Very, very challenging. I'm pretty sure it has made the hardest courses in the country list before. I know scratch golfers, plus handicap golfers that struggle to break 80 there. It's a links course. It's beautiful. It's one of my favorite places in Bend. What if I do that? What if I just go play a course that is so hard that pressure is gone? It's not even there. It's impossible. There's no way I'm going to break 80. But I go and I shoot the best score I possibly can, right? It kind of brings that wall down of, okay, I'm not going to shoot the score that I'm going for, but let's see how good I can score on the hardest course in my area. I don't hate that. I don't hate it. I think it's the rough there makes it difficult. So if I do kind of have an errant drive, getting out of that long grass is probably going to be tough, but it won't be in the woods. So I want to know what you think. Out of those options, what should I do? Should I extend the challenge just a little bit? Go play somewhere locally when the weather turns enough to open these courses back up? Do I play just a local public course that's easy? Do I find the easiest course? Do I find something more difficult? What do you think? Do I travel? Do I stay in Bend? Do I stay in Oregon, right? Bandit's an option, but I don't think Bandit's very easy. And the weather's really unpredictable, right? So it's all there. I'd love to hear what you guys think. I think that would be really cool to work together on this. Let's just quickly do an update while we're here. How I feel. I'm about 11 months in, a little short of 11 months. I'm starting to get really comfortable over the ball. It's surprising. When I first started, I struggled a lot with, when I was at address, as soon as I brought that club back, it was I called it guessing. I did not know what was happening. I had no idea what was happening from P1 up to P4 and back down through impact. I had no idea what was going on. I feel comfortable now. I feel like my setup is good. I feel like my grip is good. And I feel like my backswing through impact feels great. I'm still working on my follow through. I still have a goofy follow through that kind of has me standing up and a little bit of timing and tempo on the back end. But overall, my swing mechanics, I feel like, are way ahead of where they should be, being as far into this game as I am. My distances are there. They're actually too far, I think. I really need to get outside and compare what I see outside versus what I see inside. The driver it's been starting to work. I can either go play around and my driver works 90% of the time, or it works 10% of the time. That's the two I have. I'm sure that's common. I hear it from a lot of buddies that they have that exact same thing where sometimes irons don't work or their driver's not working. It's scary to me. Coming up on this challenge so soon, I get nervous thinking about my driver. I get nervous about what's gonna happen when I get on a tee box and I hit a drive that I have to hit again and what that's gonna do to the score. So it's, and I play golf now thinking like a golfer. When I play a round of golf, I feel like I'm not playing golf swing. I'm playing golf now when I play a full round. I'm able to kind of approach a certain hole, knowing where I can hit my clubs, understanding my game, knowing what's going to benefit me more, and be able to approach holes certain ways. So we're getting there. I'm confident. There was a time about September, October-ish where I thought I was in big trouble. I couldn't even play around. And it wasn't the yips. It was just we changed a little bit of the swing and we worked on it, but there was a section of time where I could not even play around because I couldn't get off the tee, let alone get a ball onto the green. And we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. I think we're going to have a really good chance. I think everybody's going to be surprised with where I'm going to score. I understand it. I get the variables that are out there, but I'm going to give it my best and we're going to try. And I'll tell you what, when I play that first round based on whatever score I have, I'm going to switch gears here on the channel. We're going to stay focused on beginner content, but instead of breaking 80, the focus is going to be what is the combination I need of indoor golf versus outdoor golf to break 80 as quickly as possible. There'll be no time on it. It's going to be how fast can I shoot under 80 on a round outside. And then once we do that, you guys, we're breaking scratch. I want to hit scratch. I want to break par. I want to get a scratch handicap. That's my new goal after this one. Because technology is here. I believe it's proof you can learn and practice at the comfort of your house as much as you possibly can with the help of a golf professional to reach the goals and the score that you're looking at. Please like, follow, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about how I should go about picking a course, or what course do you think I should pick? If you have a recommendation, put it in the comments. I'll put my email address in there in the description. Shoot me an email. Say, hey, Jeremy, here's a really good idea. I really do want to hear what everybody thinks. I'm excited. I'm incredibly nervous. I'm getting more nervous by the day. I get scared. It's like getting close to finals again in college, where I think about the day it is and when this year is coming up, and I just get that feeling in the gut of the gut of my stomach. I guess I'll just make some stuff up, but I can't wait. It's a good thing. I feel like I'm ready. I'm at the back at a raced start line, and I can't wait for that gun to go off. So get out there, keep practicing, find a sim, lower that score.